What's going on, guys? It's Sacred Eagle, and today I have a video regarding 3 players that the Eagles have shown interest in this offseason. 3 players that played for the Eagles in the past. 3 players that either got cut or traded due to stupid decisions and stupid reasons by one Chip Kelly. Today, I'm going to be talking about DeSean Jackson, Jeremy Maclin, and LeSean McCoy, all pending free agency and being cut, and how they can return to Philly, or not how they can return to Philly, the fact that the Eagles are all showing interest in all 3 of these players, and 2 out of the 3 of them have responded. So we're going to start off with DeSean Jackson. That has been the biggest player of all, if it goes for, wanting to come back to Philly or the Eagles wanting him to come back. Either way, today, DeSean Jackson came out and said, Carson Wentz showed me that he can do it, and he rumors a great story. He talks about how Carson Wentz, he played a hell of a season for his rookie year. He was lights out. He showed me that he can do it all, and that coming back to Philly would be a great story because he's in the final years of his career, I guess you would say. He's been in the league for almost 8 years, and he said that he wouldn't mind coming back to where it all started. And this is really raising some questions, and I am really interested, and I am so hyped up because we could use DeSean Jackson. We could use him. He's a deep threat. He's always someone that the defense has to pay more attention to when he's on the field. And hearing him say that he'd be interested to coming back to end his career with the winning team, he even said he wants to be with the winning team, and Washington doesn't really look like they want him right now. So it makes total sense for him to come back to Philly. And I don't know, it seems like it can happen. The fact that he's talking a lot about Carson Wentz and a lot about how, he's had a great story there and he'd love to finish off his career there, that would be great. And here's what he said about his release in 2013. When I was released in 2013, I just felt that it was an unfortunate situation for me. I just think the organization, the team was going in a different direction, and it's just the nature of the business. It's how things go. That's a while ago. That's what he said a while ago. And, going into this year, he was also saying, hey, it's a new coach, it's a new organization, basically. I wouldn't rule it out. So this is really giving you the idea that there's a big possibility that he could come back for 1 to 2 more years, depending on how much he wants to play, depending on how much he can play. Moving on, tell me in the comments down below, by the way, what you think about DeSean Jackson, Jeremy Maclin, or LeSean McCoy, and the rumors that they could come back. Subscribe for more content, drop a like, and all that good stuff. Jeremy Maclin. There's an article that came out about 3-4 hours ago, around 10 o'clock, that if the Chiefs cut him, should he return or could he return to Philly? The Eagles, here we go. This is exactly what I screenshotted earlier when I read the article. The Eagles signing players that used to suit up for them has been a consistent theme so far this offseason, as they have been linked to wide receiver. I can't read. DeSean Jackson, and the idea of running back LeSean McCoy becoming a free agent has been floating around as well. So before I get on to McCoy, we know Maclin, he left as a free agent. We wanted to pick him up, but Andy Reid was offering, $1 million more to get him in Kansas City than Chip Kelly was here in Philly. So he also went on to say that he didn't feel like he was wanted in Philly, which is the case for a lot of the players that played in the Chip Kelly era, 2013 to 2015. A lot of the players felt like they didn't want to be there, or that the coach didn't want them to be there, and that's why Jeremy Maclin left. And now, with a new coach and everything, Jeremy Maclin, DeSean Jackson, they're really taking into consideration a more Andy Reid-like style play of the game and coaching and staff and all that good stuff, which is really cool. I'm really happy to see that they're taking into consideration, at least, returning to their roots, coming back to where it all started. it's just crazy. I miss Jeremy Maclin. 2014 was the best season he had. 2013 was the best season DeSean Jackson had. And 2013 was the best season LeSean McCoy had. I don't know what was going on in Chip Kelly's mind back in 2013 and 2014 when he let all three of these guys either release them, cut them, or trade them, rather, and let them walk in the free agency. I don't know what went through, what was going on in his mind. But now you could definitely see, I mean, Chip Kelly doesn't have a job anymore. So it clearly bit him in the ass pretty hard. And now lastly, this is the most unlikely one. Could LeSean McCoy reunite with Philly? Because apparently, LeSean McCoy is a big talk around Buffalo right now. They're saying that they might cut him. They're saying that he might want to walk in free agency as well, which would make sense because he hasn't had that great of a season the past 2 years ever since he was traded to Buffalo with Rex Ryan and then the intern coach this year. He just hasn't had what he once had in Philly. And this is a quote from a while ago. McCoy sent me a message. This is DeSean Jackson speaking. This is McCoy sending a message to DeSean Jackson. And he said, McCoy sent me a message that morning and said, man, we were awesome together. I was like, yeah, I miss playing with you, Jackson said. He actually sent me a picture this morning from when he scored a touchdown when we were both in Philadelphia. And it was like, man, we miss them days. But you gotta live on, move on. It's unfortunate that things broke up the way they did, but I think everybody is still happy and still doing what they need to do. So clearly, there's a lot of memories, obviously, and there's a lot of talk between the two, LeSean and DeSean, and it just sucks. You know, it really sucks looking back at it, how we just let them walk and get traded and everything. We made probably the biggest mistakes by doing that. But in the end, I would be excited, really excited, if one of these guys came back. If DeSean Jackson, Jeremy Maclin, or LeSean McCoy, if one of those three came back and played for Philly for another 2-3 years, I would be more than happy. LeSean McCoy, he was a great running back. He still is a great running back. He might not be as great as he once was, but I feel like he could fit in our system. And, I mean, him and Darren Sproles were crazy. A crazy duo in 2014. You can't deny that. DeSean Jackson, he had the best career here in Philly, best parts of his career, best season of his career in Philly. Ever since he went to Washington, he hasn't been used as much. He's been battling a lot of injuries. Kirk Cousins and him, they clearly don't look like they're on the same page in most of their games together. So it would make sense, and now seeing him really open up about it today, it makes a lot of sense to see him come back to Philly. And if he does, I would take him in open arms. Carson Wentz would be like, hey, you said a lot of good things about me. Let's do this, you know? And then Jeremy Maclin, I wouldn't mind seeing him back. I mean, he shouldn't have never left. Just like DeSean Jackson, he's one of those wide receivers that just shouldn't have left Philly. So, I mean, and if the Chiefs cut him, the Eagles should be like right there to call him back. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Man, I miss 2013. I miss the years that we were the best offense. That we, you know, I just miss it all. Tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of a reunion with one of these three or all of these three, if they decide to return and wear some midnight green in 2017. Subscribe for more content. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Fly, Eagles, fly. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. Have a good day.